Sometimes I really wonder, are those people on the internet actual gamers or people disguising themselves as gamers? Hello there, how's it? Ame Gakita there. So obviously today in the chat we are going to talk about gamers, but actually more so is like sometimes when you look at on the internet, some people who make noise, some people who don't, it's really kind of like make you wonder like who are the actual gamers? Because in a way, gamers in a way definition is very simple. People who play games. But the thing is, it's really kind of like weird to see people who play games and then it's like when you don't like the game, you don't play the game, you don't buy the game, it's just that simple, just move on with your life. But lately, a lot of people have been making noise more over due to like DI or game that is really, really bad, or even something like along the line of the game itself is being full-blast racist. So that being said, it's really beg the question like why is a lot of so-called Western game are now doing this kind of idiotic movement when all they need to do is just cater to the majority of the gamer base. That being said, I did quite a few random chat indicating that if gamers really want those kind of things, gamers will highlight that, and game company can cater that kind of game to them. But at the end of the day, if the game company as huge as possible wanting to create a game meant for the minority, in a way I already mentioned, I'm fine with DI in game as long as it's relatable, a game is fun, there is everything that is alright along the line, then I think it's fine. But when they're pushing agenda, ideology, methodology, whatever BS in the game, then that's the better question like what is the game about? In a way, if it's like game to do education, then it should be called an education, some sort of like educational game. But the thing is that what many people want? If you're getting to just the minority and if the game costs a lot of money to make, then wouldn't you want to cater to the majority where people are willing to pay to buy the game? That being said, one of the games that has been hitting and I've been talking about it for quite a while is Marvel Rival, where it's kind of, it get me really wonder like why do people complain about when it's catering to majority people who love the game. And what makes it even more funny is that when they talk about how some of the characters look too sexualized or in their eyes too ugly, yeah, what makes it even more ridiculous is that the character, they say that the design is for goodness or for people who are into horniness along the line, and then out of nowhere people just showcase that comment is like it's accurate based on the original source, based on the original design. And then it became like people start making noise, people start talking about, oh, they're not happy with the Marvel success, why did their favorite game have to die? Why do all those minority games that have no people playing almost still got people playing those kind of game along? Like, sometimes you really have to give them credit for one thing. They can drag out the weirdest excuse with the weirdest reasoning, with the weirdest mindset, and then try to gaslight people into they are actually the victim along the line. So for me, they have the skill to do something better, but instead of doing a better game, instead of like trying to better themselves, they just want to play the victim card because it's their only card they can play. If victim card doesn't work, race card. If race card doesn't work, LGBT card. Like whatever BS they can come up with, you kind of like what a lot of people need to do understand at this point of time is that, yeah, if you are really like from black community or the LGBTQ team, yeah, let me tell you guys one thing. If you guys don't want to associate with them, I won't even blame you. Just call them out. Like, there are a few of my friends from the black and from the LGBTQ. They telling me the one simple thing is that actual people don't make noise. Like actual people, right? Not saying like they are whether they are black or they are LGBTQ or they are trans or whatever BS along. The one thing is that if you are actually a human being, you don't make this kind of noise. Those who make noise is just because probably number one, from what I was told, they have a very bad start when they step into that kind of situation, that community along. Or number two, they are just race baiting. And I think I agree on that end because the thing is, right, from what I look at how they're trying to make noise about how games succeed or game don't succeed or how game actually kind of like design not good for them. Dude, thing is, if you don't like the game, don't buy the game, don't play the game. It's that simple. Other people who want to play the game, by all means, go ahead. The thing is, when there is like majority, like 99.9% of the player base who love this kind of game, sooner or later, if the game kind of like have drop in quality or things that have controversy along the line, the player will leave if they don't like it. But by now, the game is already such a huge success. It's just such a having a lot of people playing the game. There's no way this game is going to fall anytime. And moreover, Marvel Rival is actually a free game as well. Will I play the game? No, I'm not really into competitive gaming anymore. But it doesn't mean that there are people who don't want to play the game. Like I mentioned, if I'm not into this kind of game, I won't play the game. It's just that simple. There's nothing to make noise. Do I like the character? Yeah, sure, I might like the character, but doesn't mean that I need to play the game. It's just that I'm not into competitive playing, or maybe like playing against other people. I'm not really liking this anymore. So for me, it doesn't mean that I can't enjoy the character looking good. It doesn't mean that I can't like the game. It's just that I don't play the game. That's it. That's simple. And yet, all those people who like, oh, we are making noise. The game is such a good. The game is what's so BS. And then somehow they still play the game. We are really living in a world that is so ridiculous that sometimes it just really made me wonder, are they really gamers or not? I mean, like, there are just so many other games out there that why do they have to like just stick to one game and then start making noise over nothing, you know? Like, it's so simple. You don't like it, you move on. I don't understand the logic. And the thing is, right, yes, somehow, someway, somewhat, some people decided to be mad at some other people for so-called clickbait. Well, some people, if they call themselves a Vtuber at this point of time, I think they might be just fake Vtuber, okay? The thing is, right, now it's not just only like, it's like they are trying to trying to use like gamers card or Vtuber card, or trying to gaslight people thinking that they are one, and then trying to paint every community the bad light. It's just really like the moment that we really need to call those people out, make them get away, and then if they really start making noise, if people support them, by all means go ahead. We should not stop them. But at the very least, we now know that who are actually into that kind of thing, and at the end of the day, we can just move on. It's just that simple. It's just that when people can't move on, I mean, like, the thing is, right, when I have argument with people online, or when I have issue with people online, I talk about it. If there is a disagreement, we can just talk about like coming to an agreement of this, having this agreement between each of us, and then we just move on. Why do you want to hold on to the grudge and not let it go? I mean, like, if the song Let It Go is such a good song, why do people don't even let it go, for goodness sake? I mean, like, people just probably just want to hold it, castate it, touch every single moment, and then lick it, and then just say that if it doesn't taste good, still make noise, continue making noise. Yeah, making noise until the point that when people realize that they are actually the people who are just the most sick in the head, and then you just say that, what can we say? Nothing. So the thing is, right, it's just not that anymore, okay? If the game sell, it sell. If it doesn't sell, you do have to understand why it doesn't sell. And the thing is, it's really one of the moments that even game company or game studio are now afraid of even like Amos Girl or Critical Drinker, who come out and criticize the game, and it does have an impact. The thing is, like, it's really not like just the internet critic that is trying to give you the so-called moment of impact. If the game really is interesting, people play the game, it will show on them. It will immediately understand that many people will end up liking the game. When one like it, it will spread, and when it spread, it doesn't matter what game the country is from. Even if a game is from China, from Russia, from South Korea, from any other places, if the game is fun and nice, people will end up buying the game and play the game. It doesn't matter how, where, or what. So the thing is, right, when you have a game that is catered to majority of the gamer base, like Marvel Rival, or even the latest game that is created by Russia, Missile, and yet itself is like two Russian game developer creating a game and now having so millions, yeah, that's to tell a lot, right? So the thing is, it's really one of the moments that sometimes you have to ask yourself that if the game sell, if the character need to look good, or the game is look fun, then obviously it will sell. But the game, if you are trying to cater to the minority, and then you create a lot of moment of like things that doesn't cater to majority of the gamers, and you spend too much money on it, you can't really blame the minority for not even helping you on, okay? Because the thing is, right, when your target audience is not the majority, but the minority, you have to understand that you're not going to get a lot of money from the minority. Because just because there is 0.1% of gamer base that is basically DEI or all this thing, right? Let's say let's give it the benefit of doubt, let's say less than 5%, but more than 1%, alright? How much of that percentage of the gamer are you going to get money from them? Why are they not backing money from the DEI people or the woke people or the black community if they're really into that, or those people who are just LGBTQ? It's that simple. They don't play games. So why are you catering games to them if most of them don't play the game? Not saying that you can't add DI, not saying you can't add black, not saying you can't add LGBTQ, whatever BS in the game. Look at Japanese game in the past. A lot of games do include those. It's just that when you include those, how do you make it relatable to people to like it? Like there is even like one of my favorite characters in some other popular game like Nikkei, one of the CEO, one of the big three, one of with Musta, the way he done is he made himself like a drag queen, and yet he is a character that who is very passionate about taking care of his cyborgs, his Nikkeis, taking care of people, and that showcases how good he is, and people actually can come to like him. Yet there are people who are saying that, oh, the character don't like this or like that. And what makes it even more ridiculous is that if we actually look at some of the like what Hill-san say about the Feminists, or even the Feminist Vtuber in Rev Say video, you really kind of bet the question, like the character they say is for groomers or look ugly along the line. Yeah, the one thing is what make it even more funnier is that if they say that the female look too sexualized, but then when you showcase them looking with a muscular guy, they would just say, oh, please show more of this, have more of this. Yeah. Sometimes you really have to bet the question is like, are they having double standard or not? And then you have to ask the question, are they even gamers or not? Or are they trying to gaslight people into thinking that they are actually not gamers or VTubers? They are just trying to gaslight into making us think that they are actually, but in fact they are not. Who knows? At the end of the day, it's just my speculative thought. It's just a random chat. Whether you agree, disagree, whether you have your own point of view, do you think that when it comes to marketing, do you want to cater to the majority or do you want to cater to the minority? Or do you think that a character that is good looking do sell, or DI all these things sell or not? Write in the comment section, we can discuss it further. If not, if you do like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe for more random chat where I talk about stuff that sometimes makes sense, doesn't make sense, or totally random at a time. But the one thing I hope is not random for you guys is have a nice day online. Bye.